Thank you. So while we're still waiting for the slides to appear, we're representing something from Work Package 5, which is health promotion. And I would just like to say that about health promotion, I think it's crucial that we provide possibilities for people. Sorry? Okay. He wants me to stand here for the camera. Sorry. So we provide possibilities for people to make the healthy choice. So before anyone has a diagnosis, or regardless of the diagnosis, it's still possible to promote the people's health. So that's like in the core of our work package, to make possibilities.
Yeah, do you want to take the...
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm Andrew Barnfield from EuroHealthNet, and with Nella and Anna as well, we lead Work Package 5. So the first slide, we can go through this, everyone is getting familiar. So this is our work package, and as you can see, the difference in health promotion work packages is just how diverse it is. We're not in the healthcare sector, and really we're right across our implementation projects. So we have children and young people, we have adults at work, and then we have older adults, which Yanis and Lara have been demonstrating for us today. And if we start in the first one here, this is elements of the JOG, which is a Dutch program which is implemented in Iceland. In the middle, we have the Toy Box, which is from Greece. It's implemented in Malta. And then we have the active school flag on the far side, which is implemented in 2 places in Lithuania and in Piedmont region. And these are the 3 that we're going to focus on this afternoon in our talk. But underneath, we've also got the multi-model training intervention, and then we've also got the Lombardy Workplace Health Promotion Plan, which is implemented in Andalusia. So this is just an example of the range that we're working with in health promotion, and also the kind of diversity of our different situations and sectors.
So these are the arenas where people learn and work and play and meet each other, not like in the social and health care sectors. Active school flag is one of our good practices that has been implementing now in Italy and in Lithuania. So it's an initiative aimed at enhancing children's physical activity through developing a physically active and educated school community. So that is, by short, our one good practice. And a JOG is developed in the Netherlands, and it's an approach that encourages children and adolescents in a town or neighborhood to make healthy food and exercise an easy and attractive option. And it's the elements of it's implemented in Iceland currently.
Okay, the next one is Toy Box, which is a kindergarten program that's about educating children and their families about healthy choices. And we wanted to include this photo here because this is the implementers in Malta. So Roberta is here, but this is Dan Kauki, who's leading a session with the local implementers. And in the background, you can see the methodology, which Esteban is going to talk to you about in a minute. And this is really kind of the heart of the implementation here. This is where the implementing sites are taken through the implementation methodology. And then the other element of that is once they complete their report, we also have the support of Mirka Barbolini as well, who helps our sites and refine the models as to go into the next stage, which is implementation.
So these are just examples from the first stage that we have done with the pilots. So they all have done scopes and pilot action plans where they have defined these factors that why is this implementation important. So these are just samples. For example, children are facing physical inactivity problem. Physical activity time has declined for school children. The overweight and obesity have increased rapidly. There has to be an improvement on health promotion in community program. And there's a need for a structured and systematic plan for the health and well-being of all pupils. So these are samples from the work of our implementing sites.
Yeah, I think you can see the kind of difference between the different sites as well, and there's themes that are cutting across, and that the settings that we're working with are particularly key for different elements of health promotion, different strategies. And then, so what's kind of the essential element that goes into helping the implementation and a central part of Chrodis Plus? So one of the things that we need is that we need a recognition of a problem from our the people, the decision makers and the policy makers and people in influence in the countries where we're implementing. We also need a recognition of a solution, which is where the Good Practice Portal, for example, from the Commission comes in, the work from Chrodis, Joint Action Chrodis, to offer a suite of different potential solutions is really beneficial when you're facing all the different types of challenges that we've just presented in the slide before. You also need a strategy and you need support. So we needed the methodology that's been developed as part of Chrodis Plus. It helps sites work through the very diverse challenges they're all going to face. And also they need the support. That's support from their peers, that's support from good practice donors, who I think we need to really remember the essential part that they're playing in the implementation. They get support from Nella, myself, and Anne, and from Lena, which is also vital, having regular points of contact. And you really need motivated partners. In the session earlier today, we heard about some of the barriers about working in schools and some of the different settings. So really having some hooks to motivate people in their local implementing groups is really, really key as well.
So how do we conduct the implementation? These are the steps that we have done, actually. We had done the structured implementation strategy, and we have followed it and had expert support on it. And we have done some site visits to a good practice owner, but the good practice owners have done some site visits as well to the implementers. So for our experience, they have been really crucial. And then Andrew already talked about the good practice owner and work package leader support that we have provided. We have tried to do our best on it, at least. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, do you want to do next? Okay, so I mean, already as we're halfway through, we're starting to see some of the key elements come out, and also maybe some suggestions for how the implementation strategy could be developed in the future. So one of the main things is communication. I think that comes across when you speak to the implementing sites, and it comes across from the meetings that we have together. And it's communication on different levels. So that's between implementing sites who are going through this same situation together. It's been able to speak to the good practice owner. It's been able to get support from the coordinators or external experts. And I think that's something that's really, really important that we want to stress. There's also communications needed for flexibility. I think one of the many challenges is trying to find a way to get all these different diverse implementation projects in different settings. And really that's where communication and easy and clear communication is really essential. And then moving forward, I think site visits is something that is proving to be really, really essential. And if Chrodis Plus methodology is going to be taken up in other joint actions or in other work, I think finding a good mechanism to have multiple site visits, I think, is something that we've found, particularly in Work Package 5, is really important. And I think that it helps donors and it helps implementers as well. So I think that's something that we're already seeing as something that we can suggest for an early conclusion, and something where we can kind of tweak the methodology in the future.
And also we talked earlier today about the budget that is really crucial, that the good practice owners should have budget also for the implementations period. So that's what we have learned in our work package. This is our posters actually. We have, I guess we have them on the back of the room. So please come and get to know our work a little bit in detail afterwards. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.